In August 2009, one of the worst modern maritime tragedies occurred in the waters of Tonga when the inter-island ferry, the Princess Ashika, sank with the loss of 74 lives. It was revealed after the sinking that it had been known that the Ashika was a rust bucket and should not have been at sea, but the government of the time had ignored that advice. Now a recent song intended as a commemoration of the sinking, Maile a Te Volo, by Talifolo Kinikini, has been banned by the country's national broadcaster, Tonga Broadcasting Commission. Don Wiseman spoke with our Tonga correspondent, Galafi Moala, about why they would refuse to play such a song.
Anything actually to do with the Ashika, whether it's a song, whether it's a program or an interview or even the memory of it. Those in authority basically don't want that brought up. Of course, the Ashika happened in 2010 and it was the worst tragedy that ever happened in Tonga. When you think it's 74 people died and you put it in a scale of 100,000 population, when you shifted thinking from a New Zealand viewpoint, and that's a lot of people compared to a population of 5 million and what the percentage of those that have passed away. But the issue with Ashika, it has been proven without any doubt that the decision to purchase the ship was just a very bad, wrong decision. Because they were warned not to purchase the ship, the government was. And there was a report from the Marine Department, official report in Fiji, that the ship was not suitable to sail. And yet the Tongan government and the Prime Minister, Lord Sevele, went ahead and purchased it. So it was a tragedy or an accident that shouldn't have happened. And since it happened, not only the government since then and the institutions like the Tonga Broadcasting Commission have been pretty sensitive concerning the story of the Ashika to be brought up again. And so when this song came up, they just banned it from the radio. They didn't want it to go public. And yet it's the issue that most people in Tonga still think about, and it has never been resolved as far as the government coming forth and apologizing and doing something that will provide a redemptive justice to the situation.
I know there was an inquiry, but what was the outcome of that? I mean, did people lose their jobs or were politicians smacked over the hand? What actually happened?
Yeah, what happened is the people who were not the decision makers were the people that actually caught the punishment. For example, the captain of the ship, he lost his job. And there was also the chairman of the board that had to do with decision making on the ship, also were temporarily put aside. But the actual decision makers, from the Prime Minister, from those that said, let's purchase the ship and insisted on it, were never really examined. So it was a very incomplete commission of inquiry, and those that actually were responsible for the Ashika never really encountered and brought to justice. It was wrong to begin with, and it's still wrong, but there have never been any accounting for that wrong decision. So that's why it continues to become a very sensitive area publicly here in Tonga. And like you had mentioned, here is just a song that brings up the memory of the Ashika. They wouldn't play it on government radio.
What about the other radio stations? Are they playing the song?
The other radio stations are free to play them, yeah. It's just that obviously there's a fear, of course, that if they do that, they would lose maybe government advertising and government commercials and all of that. But yeah, the song is being played by other stations.